Hey everyone, and welcome to week 36 of the OLED burn-in test. So as with always, this is a burn-in test for my 65-inch C9 OLED, and as we can see from here, the UTT, that is the hours used, so we're on 1434. The pixel refresher count is 274 for the mini pixel refreshers and 1 for the major pixel refresher. So with that, I'll exit out and I will restart the test. So usage for the past month has, for the past week has been slightly more towards sports. So very little gaming. School's about gone, so my son's not really had time to be on the PS4 anymore. There has been a lot of football, so obviously we've had the Premier League games over the weekend. We've also had Champions League and Europa League return, so because of that there has been a lot more sports usage. This has been various channels, BT Sports, Sky Sports and a couple of others. So similarly again to any of the football as well though, it's been a lot of static content. You've got static logos and things like that. For those who are watching maybe for the first time, the reason for these particular videos is just to give everybody an idea in terms of how OLED actually performs with real world usage. So everybody will scare you with OLED burn-in, and this is a typical TV that's used in basically a typical family. So we have PlayStation connected, we watch movies on it, I watch TV shows on it, and I use it heavily for sports. All of my sports viewing pretty much is done on this particular TV. Similarly with gaming, the PlayStation 4 at the moment is only connected to this one TV. When we do get the PS5, that one will be going in here and the PS4 will be moving into the other room. But until that point, basically any gaming, any sports, anything with static logos essentially is all done on this particular TV. So for people out there that have that particular type of usage, maybe they're worried. Oh, let me just get rid of the pointer, sorry. For people out there that maybe want to buy it for gaming, or this one or the C10 or any future OLEDs as well, it gives you an idea in terms of how they actually produce. The other thing it does do is in the long term, it is literally giving you a week by week indication in terms of how the panel's actually performing. Now at the moment I'm filming all of these videos on my iPhone 11 Pro Max. I will be purchasing the iPhone 12 Pro Max, so once that comes out, obviously now with the added benefits of Dolby Vision, I will be recording and uploading all my videos in HDR once that actually arrives. Now YouTube is not the best for HDR, and I've never actually seen any Dolby Vision content actually stream on YouTube, sorry. So the only thing that YouTube does actually support, I believe at the moment, is HDR10. So for that, obviously it will still upload and it will be in the relative format, so it will still be in a HDR format, but obviously right now what you're seeing is essentially an extended dynamic range. I'm not 100% sure in terms of what YouTube does with the video that we upload, but the iPhone 11 Pro Max has something called extended dynamic range. So it's basically doing a sort of HDR version of an image without actually being a standard. That's the difference with the iPhone 12, the fact that they've actually gone with the standard of Dolby Vision as opposed to HDR10 Plus, which you get on the Samsung phones. Either way, it should mean that in future videos will give you a better indication in terms of what you're seeing, because at the moment the brightness of the phone, what it can capture, has to be limited. That's why in some of these slides you might see some weird kind of artifacting going on occasionally, depending on how the phone's set up, because I can't have it set in exactly the same position and same ISO and everything every single time. So I can't set the exposure, not the ISO, so I can't set the exposure and the positioning of the tripod exactly the same every single time. Hopefully once the 12 comes out and I start recording on that, you should get a better indication in terms of what I'm seeing. So any small sort of weird aberrations that you see on the picture, I can assure you I do not see any of that in real life. Like the panel literally looks perfect. And as I say, my usage, because it is quite mixed, it's heavily towards static content, but it's still quite mixed. We do watch a movie every Fridays, usually at least once a week, sometimes Friday and Saturdays. And whenever there's a new TV series come out, we generally anything with Dolby Vision or Dolby Atmos we try and watch on this particular set. So it does get a fair amount of mixed usage as well. But obviously for people out there that are just either casual or even heavy gamers, maybe you're heavily into sports only, or you're only ever watching letterbox content, that kind of stuff, this will be a better indication for all of you guys out there in terms of how OLED actually performs. I did consider getting the C10 for a short time, but considering the differences between them, I didn't find it a worthy upgrade, and in some senses it may even be a downgrade, but obviously that's completely different matter. In future years, if I do get another OLED or any other technologies, obviously I can do a very similar thing to this, just so then any new technologies that do come out, it gives people a sort of a better real world idea in terms of how they do actually perform. So the test itself is usually around 6 minutes. Obviously I was speaking a little at the start, so it'll probably be maybe a minute or two to go now. Usually towards the end you have the sort of grayscale slides. Even on these, the panel does look really clean. Hopefully it's coming across on the video as well. As you can see, no static logo, any patches or any areas where it's of concern. So yeah, all good. As I say, week 36 I believe this is, and that's it for the test.